What's up, guys? MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. And boy, oh boy, do I miss the Tekken 8 beta already. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a long wait. It was so good. Such a good looking game. I don't know how many times I picked Jin or Kazi and I would just stare at their perfect bodies, physical specimens, and those pants. I mean, have I ever looked better shirtless? It's a work of art, like Jin's pants, Kazuya's pants. It's just hats off to the art design team. But so I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video where I talked about my main Kazuya Mishima, his dad, you know, where he's at right now in terms of strength level and gameplay. And today I'm going to dissect Jin Kazama, the main protagonist, who is now sort of lore accurate, I would say. I mean, he is the strongest, and boy oh boy, it's reflected in his gameplay right now. I do believe Jin is the strongest character. He has some competition from his mom, June, and the nasty robot Jack 8. I think both of those out-damage Jin, but I think he has like the best neutral and the best buttons in the game. There are a couple of other strong characters we could get into, but I think those are probably the strongest right now. Although Azucena and Raven I hear are really good, but I haven't really looked into them yet. Hope to do it soon. But so in this video, I'm gonna go into detail on Jin. But yes, he is, in short, like God mode Jin, pretty much. I can't remember him ever being this strong. Tekken 7 Season 2 Jin was very good. You can go back to Tekken 4, where he's downright broken, much due to the just frame laser scraper. As you can hear by its name, you needed to just frame. The thing with Tekken 8 Jin is that they sort of removed all of the difficulty and made him, you know, SS tier. And my theory on this is that the Tekken studios and developers felt like, God damn it, he's our main protagonist, he's the face of the game, he's the main hero. A lot of people are gonna want to play him, and these days, you know, accessibility means a lot to people in fighting games. These games have always been notoriously difficult. And you can see most developers right now, they really push this accessibility thing. And I think, you know, what they did to Law, like remove a difficulty on him, he can be seen as a beginner character. I think they do the same to the main hero. It's like in Tekken 7, he's super inaccessible. Like, he's an expert character. So I think with this game, we were like, oh, he's the main hero. A lot of casuals are going to want to play him. Let's make him streamlined, easy to play, remove execution. Yeah, streamline the moveset. That's my theory. I think that's what they did. And I can sort of see where they're coming from, even though I feel it's a little bit dull. Like, we have a couple of legacy expert characters, and, you know, I don't like removing them because this game already has a lot of accessible, easy characters, like Leroy, Asuka, for example. But oh well, I can sort of see where they're coming from as well. But so yeah, Jin is extremely strong. I'm gonna get into details, but I do want to start with this clip. It's of me doing a down forward free. And this is something we discovered pretty late, but it's still a really cool tool. Hey! So here you can see, oh, huge block stagger, +6 on block. This is the same as in Tekken 7, so nothing too spectacular yet. But I do like when this connects. And this is a counter hit, but it does the exact same on normal hit. Kablam! Claudio gets down on his knees. Oh, Jin, you are the best. And he really is. And then this actually gives a crouch and 13 frames for Jin. And the opponent can't block. So down for 1-4 here is actually guaranteed. Bagoosh, wall splat, very damaging wall splat. And then I can do a full combo. And Jin has some nasty combos in this game. Could have killed here, but oh well. So this is a really good move, and it does this on normal hit. Doesn't need counter hit. So if you're away from the wall, you can do down for 1-4. You can do 1+2 heat engager. I mean, if you are, I guess if you're in heat, you can do 1+2 heat dash. There's many options there, but you know, just fun to mention. We didn't discover that in the network test, but so a really good move. And so I need to apologize for this toxic key charge. No, I don't have a beta yet again. So this is footage of me going through Jin's key tools in Tekken 8 a few days ago. So I'm just going to go through my notes on his stuff so you get to know Jin in this game. And I'm just going to start by saying that his Demon Paw actually, for some reason, has an increased hitbox in Tekken 8. It reaches much further in terms of reach, and it has more pushback on block. And it's unbelievably spammable, chips on block quite a bit, and of course, it's a heat engager. So even the Demon Po is super buff, but there's so much to this character, it's like, it's almost overwhelming. There's so many god buttons, like flawless attacks, and we just kept finding more and more stuff. But so down 2, you've probably heard about this attack by now. Down 2 is short of curing cancer. It does everything. It certainly cured my depression, that much I can say. Down 2 is probably the best button in the game, I think, right now. It's a 22 frame low, so that means it's unreactable. 23 is where the cutoff is, even according to Ni. We all agree on this. Like 23 frames is Heihachi's down back 2. But even then, very rarely will anyone block that on reaction. 22, you're screwed. Unless your opponent is like spamming that attack, then maybe you'll be able to catch it. Let's see. But yeah, this down 2, as you can see, it's plus 4 on hit. It does everything. It's very evasive. It's very damaging. Lots of plus frames. Good tracking. Good range. Counter at launcher. That looks uncomfortable. It's only minus 14 on block, so you can't launch punish him for it. I saw it even breaks walls. So I had a sequence against a player where I had him on the wall at a breakable wall. I did 1, 2, 3, knocked him to the ground. And then down 2 as he was trying to get up, and the wall exploded. Down 2 is probably the best attack in the game right now, I think. So an unreactable low that, yeah, it's beyond flawless. I don't want to get stuck talking about this move, but it's like it does everything. It is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. And then forward 4, you know how good that mid is. You know, super long range, mid launcher, super strong in Tekken 7. In this game, it always leads to a combo because there's no difficulty. You have 2 seconds almost to get the counter hit and then run up as slow as you want and then do a back 3 knee pickup into a gigantic combo. Jin's combos are super good as well. And they also, you know, it's good. It's such a good move. And they also improved Zen in that, you know, you can do forward 4 into Zen. And then in Zen now, you can do a throw, a 2-free throw. So you can do forward 4, Zen throw. You can do, he even has a power crush option now in Zen. So you do forward 4, you think we're going to press a button. You do Zen power crush. And, you know, he has other crazy Zen options. Forward 4 is perfect. And then he has 2-1-4. Which already in Tekken 7 is one of the best strings in the game. It's high, mid, mid, safe on block at -9, with some pushback on the last kick. Delayable, the last kick. And in this game, this is the only nerf he got from the network test. The last kick in network test was a launcher on counter hit. And it was just, why that ever was there, I have no clue. And what I said back then was like, even if this didn't launch, even if this last kick just knocks down into a guaranteed down 2, it's still like SS tier for this string. And that's actually what they did now. They changed it so that it's not a launcher anymore. It just knocks down into a guaranteed down 2. It's still like absolutely God mode. It's so strong. And then his, the only weaknesses Jin has really in Tekken 7 are some range problems in like jab down forward 1, 1+2 punish. You could talk about forward 3 a little bit, but also his Oki. And his lows don't have the best reach. And his Oki, they fixed all of that. He has great Oki now, but especially his jab. Sorry about that. His jab, jabs like that, and down forward 1, they both have twice the amount of reach. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna make sure you can see this. They both have twice the reach in Tekken 8. I don't know why they did this, to be honest, but I guess it's because of accessibility and, you know, main protagonist. No weaknesses. He just has no weaknesses, this character anymore. So jab and down forward 1 in Tekken 8 reached twice as far as they did in Tekken 7. Like, it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm sure Main Man from the Past is going to show this off very soon here in the background. And then they gave him Kazumi's while standing 4-4. Because he also actually in Tekken 7 has a pretty weak while standing 11 frame punish. He only did while standing 4. So they fixed that as well. While standing 4-4. Very damaging, good frames. So yeah. And then another thing that was discovered now, that I don't know if he had this in the network test, but if you do back forward 2-3, if you do that in Tekken 7, you have a mid-mid natural combo for +6 on hit. Like, very good. So it's the first it's the first hit of his laser cannon. You know, back forward 2-1-2. In Tekken 7, you can do back forward 2-3. And you do this a lot in your combos. You know, you do back forward 2-3-3. But if you do this in the neutral, you do back forward 2-3. Again, a natural for decent damage, +6 on hit. But it's -12 on block in Tekken 7. In this game, they made it safe. It's -9 with some pushback, and the second hit is a delayable counter hit launcher. And if you go into Zen, the last hit is +2 on block, and you have a power crush there. It's just, again, it's a change I just don't understand. So mid, delayable natural combo, +6 on hit, second hit delayable counter hit launcher, safe on block. And can go into Zen. So, okay. And then I showed you down forward 3-3, which is that, you know, takes his leg high, sweeps down, +6 on block, +13, guaranteed follow-up on hit. They fixed his Oki in that down 2 is an amazing Oki tool. CD1 now flips them on the ground, backflips them for Vortex. He also has a good Oki tool in his Zen 4. You know, when he jumps up and does a... what is it called? A dive kick or something? I know Akuma has this kick. It's like an Akuma kick. Jumps up. You probably know what I'm talking about. And he goes down like that. This hits grounded. And this, if it hits meaty, use it for Oki purposes. It's +8 on block. So very strong. 2-4 goes into Zen, and you can threaten with a throw, etc. He has very high damage. They nerfed Kazuya's heat burst, but Jin's is still there. He can still launch you, do double electric into heat burst bound. His heat smash, sorry. His heat smash is incredibly damaging. He can do heat smash 4 to wall splat from very far away. His while standing 3 now knocks down on counter it into a guaranteed down 2 or CD1 flip over. And then he still has amazing buttons like up for 2, which is safe evasive mid. He still has back to 1, which still remains, you know, one of the best pokes in the game. And wall travel tools. And yeah, I think that's it for Jin. I think I covered everything. But in short, in my opinion, this character just has an overabundance of absolutely incredible attacks. And if you want to, you can legit play him against pretty solid players using only forward 4, 2-1-4, and down 2. I mean, down 2 alone covers so many different situations. So that's why I used the word very specifically streamlined at the start and being accessible. You have to understand that, you know, Tekken 7 Jin is a very, very brainy character. Unless you've tried him, you might think I'm exaggerating and you might think like, oh, but he's so oppressive in Tekken 7. And he is. It's just that with him in that game, like only looking at the lows, they all do very, very specific things and fit very specific situations. And unless you've been in those situations many times and you know when to place those, you won't excel with the character. Like, you won't know, because there's such a difference between optimal Jin play and intermediate Jin play, or average Jin play. And it takes so many hours to truly understand how Jin's kit comes together in Tekken 7. In this game, down 2, there's never really a bad idea, a bad timing to throw out this move. And it's like, it's all of his lows baked into one low. It's just this multi-purpose attack and God button of like, you don't really use any other low now. You just use that. So again, this is streamlining the character. It's obnoxious having to juggle all of these options in your head. Just press down 2. Streamlining. Just press forward 4. Remove the execution. In Tekken 7, God, it's so hard to dash in while standing 4. Second hardest staple in the game. Give them a shit ton of time to dash in and do a very basic combo. So again, accessibility. Remove the execution part as well. Electric. You need to electric to whiff punish launch someone in Tekken 7. Change that. A normal hook fist. So not the just frame version. Normal hook fist launches in Tekken 8 for the first time ever. And I think all of this just adds up to this little theory of mine that he is the main protagonist. He's been historically very inaccessible. Make the hero accessible. A lot of casuals, people who are new to Tekken, are going to be very interested in playing the hero. He's probably going to be center stage in story mode. Make him beginner friendly and make him very effective. Like, make him rely on less attacks compared to before and make those buttons like super good. So that's my theory. I do believe that is what happened. He's extremely, extremely strong. He was the most played character in the network test. I saw more of Jin this time around in the beta, so I think he is going to be the most popular character, it looks like, when Tekken 8 finally drops. Which is interesting, because I think he's like top 10. I don't remember exactly in Tekken 7. But so, yeah, I guess that is sort of it for Jin. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And again, keywords are SS tier Jin and accessibility, being accessible. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day. And I hope to see you soon again, where I talk about his mama June, how strong she is. She's also S tier. And many other characters. So take care.